Our next guest is someone who doesn't need to ever try a new trend because she has got classic style. Of course, we were talking about 425 magazine and lifestyle contributor and my friend, Monica Hart.
Thank you, my friend. That was such a nice introduction. Hope I can live up to it.
Always do, always do. Have you heard of the tomato girl thing, by the way?
I have not. So this is, but I'm a tomato girl every day too. So yeah,
I really
got
feel
the
like
big hair and yeah,
it's perfect. It's perfect. So normally, you are here always with this big party that we're planning, but today we're doing something different. This time around, you're showing us how to do a salad.
Yes.
That is a very do-it-yourself, do-ahead salad.
Exactly.
It's easy to do, and it's a wow.
And you can do it 3 different ways.
Oh,
and it's my go-to salad. I have been making it on repeat all summer long, and people just love it. So number one, what I do, we'll talk about what's in it. It's got romaine. We have scallions, tomatoes, there's a little lemon, we've got lots of mint, a little bit of oregano, all this fun stuff, and pancetta. I'm a pancetta, this is the Italian coming out of me. Pancetta, and then I make pancetta breadcrumbs. And we roll that all together. It's like a maple lemon vinaigrette. Ooh, it's super fresh.
You put lemon in?
Because pancetta and maple, I love that little combo, that sweet and that salt. It's so good. Okay, so usually what I do is I bring it to the table and I prep the night before. Okay? Prep the night before, and what I do, I ceremoniously, watch this. I'm gonna pull this off. This is the big reveal. Ready? Ooh.
Oh
Look
my
how
gosh,
pretty that is, okay?
So pretty.
Isn't that gorgeous? And so when I do that, I bring it to the table and I toss it at the table.
And everyone goes,
ooh and ah, and then they get to see what's in it. I even have the cucumber bachelor buttons, a little bit of that. They're edible flowers from my garden, so good. We've got the scallions, the tomatoes, the pancetta, tons of mint, so it's really fresh and yummy. The romaine is super crunchy. I've got parm on there. And then for those who like it, I add a little bit of jalapeno because I like a little heat over here. So, I'll toss it at the table. And the vinaigrette, so I've already got the fresh lemon in here. And then I'm going to add the little bit more of the maple. Here we go, a little maple going on there. And I love really good barrel aged, And so this is actually a little bit of oregano, so I'm gonna add a little bit of that in there. And then I've got a little bit of mint. I do dry mint as well, so I'm gonna add just a little bit of that in there, maybe more than I need. And then salt, pepper, you gotta have the freshly ground peppers, right?
I can't get over this maple syrup, by the way.
I know, it's the good stuff, man.
I've been looking at the back of it. It's from Woodinville Whiskey Company, and it does have a bit
of... So it's local.
It does have a bit of like a whiskey smell. Oh my gosh,
so I'm gonna add a little bit of salt in here. It's just a fun little salt cellar. I love this thing. It's really cute. Okay, so then we're going to add this last. And so it emulsifies.
Okay.
So we're gonna do this. And usually it's a 3-to-1 ratio of olive oil to, and I add freshly squeezed lemon juice. So this is really yummy. And if you make extra, you can use it on other things later, but I'm just gonna let it emulsify here. Here we go.
Okay, so you put quite a bit of... Well, and if you're using, by the way, if you're using olive oil to make a salad, you really want to make sure you are investing in the good stuff.
Yeah, the good stuff.
Because you can taste the difference, you know?
Yeah,
if you're just cooking with it, I mean, go ahead and get the
Okay, so what I would do, I bring it to the table and I go do a little, pour a little thing on the top, and then we're going to toss it.
Okay, can you toss it on TV? Because I feel like every time I toss a salad, I definitely get somebody in the face.
Well, you kind of have to get it going in the middle here, and then you work it. Here we go.
Work that salad, girl.
Yeah. Hopefully most of it stays actually in the bowl. That would be good.
That's what I'm saying. Is I usually, things are flying around.
Yeah, you make sure that you distribute it as best as you can. And then at the very end, you might add a few more breadcrumbs on top. But you get the picture, right?
Okay,
a few more. And these are pancetta breadcrumbs. We're going to talk about that in a second. When I add a few. Okay, so pancetta. Why do I use pancetta? Because I'm Italian and I just love it.
I also want to ask about like a pancetta breadcrumb. How does
Okay, so first what I do is I get a pan and I saute. Right, this until it's nice and crispy and brown, and you're going to have a lot of fat left in the pan. So I lose most of the fat, but I take about a tablespoon and I get some breadcrumbs. I make them myself. I put them in the food processor, right?
Okay.
And then I mix it with the fat from the pancetta, and then I bake it off. And I always use parchment paper. I don't like to clean up, but I am the butler at my house, so I am the cleanup person. So I go through so much parchment paper. So it just has this wonderful flavor. It's got pancetta on pancetta, yummy, yummy,
yummy.
I
wish I hadn't ruined my palate by eating pancetta, because now I want to make sure I can taste that. So hold on, I got. Let me cleanse the palate.
Yeah, so there's just something about pancetta that goes back to my Italian roots that I really dig.
Agreed.
So it's kind of fun.
Okay,
So yeah, it's not overwhelming, but it's just going to have just a little bit of that going on. So it's just kind of fun.
It's like salting it slightly.
Yes, exactly. So you kind of hold off on the salt when you do the dressing. Okay, so
delicious.
that's one way to do it. The next way to do it, I'm going to have you help me. We're going to move down here, and I'll maybe grab a few more things here.
Okay.
But you can do a wedge.
She grabbed her jalapenos.
You can do a wedge. So here's the wedge situation. I'm going to let you load on some of the good stuff.
Okay.
And what I like about
you just took like a piece of romaine and just
cut it in half.
Right in half.
I quart it. I chill it. You can do that all ahead. I use a damp paper towel and I keep it fresh that way and in the refrigerator. So yeah, load it on there. Help yourself.
For you, tomato
you want
girls.
some Parmesan here? I'm going to hand it to you, girl. See, I'm putting you to work, making her work.
And so
I don't know if you like jalapeno, but here's a little bit.
This is good. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I'll trade you. There you go.
I'll tell you what. Okay.
There you go. And lots of fresh mint. I love the fresh mint.
I'm having a hard time getting it to stick.
It's all good.
Okay, so
it's
it
all
doesn't
good.
matter.
It's a beautiful thing.
Okay. And a little mint.
You have a lot of mint. A lot of mint.
A lot of mint.
Here's some of the breadcrumbs.
Okay.
There you go. I'll switch out there.
You have the cutest little things for like doing.
I'm always collecting fun little things.
It's like a little sparkly thing. Okay. Oh my gosh, we only have 2 minutes left, Monica.
All right, so here we go. All right, so you get the idea, right?
Yeah,
okay.
So you do a wedge like that.
That's one way to do it. So the next thing I like to do is to create a wrap. So to do the wrap, I'm going to get 3 things of this.
3 pieces, leaves?
Right, yeah.
Leaves
and then we're gonna let me get bigger ones. You can use the outer leaves if you want, but I kind of like the tender, so go ahead and hold it down if you will.
Okay, I got it.
We're gonna line them up so that, because then we're gonna do that whole thing again. You get the idea, right?
Oh, so you put everything in there.
Right, we're gonna do this, da 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 da, da 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 da. And then there's this little technique that's super fun. I'll have a finished product when we're done.
Okay.
Okay, so what we do is you go like this, and I'm gonna take it like that. And you tuck and roll.
Tuck and roll. Okay.
Roll. And then we're gonna go like this, and we're gonna fold up one end really nicely. We're gonna fold up the other end really nicely. We're gonna flip it over, and then I just take a serrated knife. And then if we had done it really well, you'd have like beautiful filling. I tried to do one earlier.
Oh my gosh, wait a minute.
And
so you have like a salad to go.
Yeah, to go. And this would be great because you do a little extra of everything. So maybe you're going to work tomorrow and it's a wrap. So I love wraps. So sometimes I don't need all that bread or all that tortilla. So what I do is I just use the lettuce, make that little wrap situation going on. We would normally add a little bit of the vinaigrette, but it's so good. Yeah.
I'm gonna try this.
All right,
I'm gonna try this.
Go for it. Yeah, you got to peel it down a little bit. But it's a great way if you're going to work the next day to make the most of your meal from the day before.
You
could add grilled chicken,
hiking or something.
Yeah, a little something going on.
So fresh.
I know, and minty and so fun, right?
And flavorful.
And actually super healthy, except for the pancetta. What? Come on. All right, so what we need to do.
A little bit of.
This is a send-off to summer salad. That's what I call it. So
take our little champsies.
Could I get any more?
Little champsies.
But that's okay. So
here's
we have to raise
a
glass. We always raise a glass.
We always raise our glass to you. Thank you so much for this beautiful salad and these great ideas.
Yeah.
And get this, Monica is sharing her recipe for this delicious summer salad. Remember, summer in the PNW, it goes all the way through September.
Oh, absolutely.
So just text the word recipe to 206-448-4545 and we'll get that delivered right to your phone.
I love it. Thank you so much.
With magic.
Yeah.